1. The first three dimensions: length, width, height. That's all you've ever experienced. Every room you've walked into, every face you've seen, every object you've ever touched exists inside these three dimensions. You move through them so naturally that you don't even think about them as dimensions. They're just reality. But dimensions aren't walls, they're directions. And there's no law of physics that says 3 is the limit. 2. The fourth dimension: time. Einstein figured this out in 1905. Time isn't separate from space, it's woven into it. The universe isn't three-dimensional, it's four-dimensional, and the fourth dimension is time. Which means every event that has ever happened is happening now, or will happen, exists as a fixed point in a four-dimensional structure. The past isn't gone. The future isn't coming. From the right perspective, everything that exists in time exists simultaneously. The way all the cities on a map exist at the same time, even though you can only be in one of them. You experience time as moving forward because you can only travel through it in one direction. But that's your limitation, not time's. 3. The fifth dimension: branching possibilities. If the fourth dimension is time as a single line, the fifth dimension is what happens when that line branches. Every decision ever made, every quantum event that went one way instead of another, in the fifth dimension, all of those branches exist simultaneously. Every version of your life where you made a different choice, every historical event that could have gone differently, every coin flip that landed heads is somewhere landing tails. You can't access these branches. You're locked on one path through the fifth dimension. But according to quantum mechanics, those other paths are just as real as yours. 4. Dimensions: 6, 7, and 8. Where it gets strange. In the sixth dimension, you can move between entire timelines, not just branches of your own history, but completely different histories that started from the same Big Bang as yours, but evolved differently. The seventh dimension is where things stop being variations of your universe and start being entirely separate universes, with different physical laws, different constants, different versions of what matter and energy even are. By the eighth dimension, you're dealing with bundles of all possible universes, each with their own versions of all possible timelines. There's no word in everyday language for what this looks like, because nothing in everyday experience points toward it. 5. Dimensions: 9, 10, and beyond. The ninth dimension contains every possible universe with every possible set of physical laws, every possible history, every possible outcome, all of them simultaneously. The 10th dimension is the theoretical limit, a single point that contains everything that could ever exist under any conditions whatsoever. All possible universes, timelines, physical constants, and realities compressed into one structure. String theory, one of the most serious attempts to unify physics, requires 10 or 11 dimensions to work mathematically, not as a metaphor, as a literal requirement of the equations. We can't perceive these dimensions because we're built to navigate 3 of them. But that doesn't mean they don't exist. It just means we're not equipped to see them. 6. The multiverse. Type 1. There are 4 serious models of the multiverse. They get progressively stranger. Type 1 is the most straightforward, and in some ways, the most unsettling. If the universe is truly infinite in size, then every possible arrangement of matter must repeat. Somewhere out there, unimaginably far away, beyond any distance we could ever travel, there is a region of space identical to ours. Same galaxy, same solar system, same planet, same you, reading the same thing right now. Not a copy, not a simulation, an actual physical duplicate produced by the mathematics of infinity. If space goes on forever, Repetition is not just possible, it's inevitable. 7. The multiverse. Type 2. Type 2 comes from a theory called eternal inflation. Right after the Big Bang, the universe expanded at an incomprehensible speed, faster than light. Most physicists believe this inflation never fully stopped. Instead, it keeps going in some regions while stopping in others, creating isolated bubble universes, each one expanding on its own, each one potentially with different physical laws. Our universe is one bubble. There are others. They can't interact with ours. They're expanding away from each other faster than anything could travel between them. But they exist, each one a separate universe with its own version of reality. 8. The multiverse. Type 3. Type 3 comes directly from quantum mechanics, specifically from what happens when a quantum event could go multiple ways. The standard explanation is that one outcome happens and the others don't. But the many worlds interpretation says something different. All outcomes happen, and reality splits into separate branches for each one. Every quantum event that has ever occurred has been branching reality continuously since the beginning of the universe. The number of branches this produces is not just large, it's beyond any number that has meaning to the human mind. And in each branch, a version of you exists that has lived a slightly or completely different life. 9. The multiverse. Type 4. Type 4 is the most radical idea in modern physics, proposed by mathematician Max Tegmark. His argument: every mathematical structure that is internally consistent, every set of equations that doesn't contradict itself, corresponds to a real, physical universe somewhere. Not inspired by a universe, not a model of a universe, an actual universe. Which means the number of existing universes isn't just large, it's equal to the number of possible consistent mathematical structures, and that number has no upper limit. Under this model, our universe exists not because of any special cause. It exists because it's mathematically possible, and everything that is mathematically possible exists. 10. The one that includes you. Every model points to the same conclusion, that what we call reality is almost certainly a small piece of something much larger, and the version of existence you experience is one outcome among a number so vast it has no name. The strange part isn't that parallel universes might exist. The strange part is that you ended up in this one, living this specific life, reading this specific thing, in what might be an infinite sea of alternatives, where you made every other choice and none of them. Whether that makes your existence feel more meaningful or less meaningful is entirely up to you. Physics doesn't have an opinion on that part.